I'm sure you all have heard the phrase, Good Samaritan. We all use that phrase to describe a stranger that helps another stranger out of sympathy. Well, did you know that phrase, Good Samaritan, actually comes from an inspiring story from the Bible? I had no idea. My parents knew, but I didn't know until, well, a friend of mine on Facebook suggested that I check out some stories from the Bible to be inspired. And so far, my favorite one is the Good Samaritan story. So apparently the story starts out with this lawyer, and he's trying to outsmart Jesus. So he asks, who is my neighbor? Or, yeah, you know. The lawyer asks how he gets eternal life and all. And Jesus told him, you just have to be kind to your neighbor. And so the lawyer asked, then who is my neighbor? And so Jesus told a story. There was this man traveling from Jerusalem to another place when he was suddenly attacked by robbers. He was robbed of his possessions and beaten and left half dead on the side of the road. Now, while he was laying there, two people, a priest and another religious figure, when they passed by him, they ignored him. But then a Samaritan came by. Now, fun fact about Samaritans, they are actually a group of people who were despised by the Jews. But this Samaritan, they didn't care. They took great pity on this victim of the robbery, so they decided to help them despite their differences. So the Samaritan took some wine and oil and treated the man's wounds and bandaged them up. Then he put him on his own donkey and got him to an inn where he continued to treat his wounds. Then he paid the innkeeper, asking to please look out for him, and that when he returned, he would continue to reimburse for whatever charges were needed to attend to the victim. And so after telling the story, Jesus asked the lawyer, who do you think was the neighbor? And the lawyer said, the one who showed the victim mercy. And Jesus told him to do the same. Who would have ever thought that the term Good Samaritan came from something like that? I mean, when you think about it, there are a lot of pretty cool and inspiring stories from the Bible. Almost like something you would see in a movie. Maybe I'll go more into detail about it some other time, but I just wanted to share the Good Samaritan story. The thing is, people need to realize that we all need to be kind to each other despite our differences. We all need to be good to each other despite the fact that we are not all the same. Even if we have different beliefs, we have to feel sympathy for those who are suffering. We have to feel empathy for those who are struggling and accept what makes them happy and healthy, even if it is something that we do not agree with. In the end, as long as nobody is intentionally hurting anybody, it is not wrong to do what makes someone happy and healthy. That's why we need to love our neighbor, even if they are not the same as us, even if their beliefs are different from us, even if they do or say or have certain things that we might not agree with. The fact is, we are all human beings and we are all different. And we must all love each other for who we are despite our differences, and even if our beliefs kind of make us a little hesitant. If there's one thing that I learned, that God's teachings do not teach anything that drive us apart. We are all human beings that are meant to love each other despite our differences. I've heard tales of God giving so many chances to sinners. God gave sinners so many opportunities to change their ways, and only when he gave them too many chances did he finally decide to invoke his wrath. And even after then, he still cared about them. And after he had taught them that harsh, painful lesson, he was willing to give them yet one more chance if they would be willing to fill their hearts with love and compassion for him, as well as all their fellow human beings and all living creatures in this world. That's what people need to realize. This world only thrives on love, compassion, acceptance, and every other positive emotion. Hatred, discrimination, bigotry, and all manner of stuff like that, all it ever does is cause chaos, misery, destruction, and poor health. I truly believe that if we all learn to love each other, despite whatever differences we have in beliefs or other things, that is the only way that our world will truly thrive. I really hope that there are Samaritans out there who will be willing to come to the aid of people that they do not share the same beliefs with. There are many examples out there. I guess I won't have to name any because there's already so many out there. Try taking a look at examples of Good Samaritans on the internet. I see a lot of them on the show What Would You Do? And I see a lot of cases of them on the news. Be sure to check them out if you want to feel inspired. And don't forget to read the tale of the actual original Good Samaritan story to see the origin of that very phrase. Trust me, I know from personal experience that it pays to read tales from the Bible. Not only will you find that the original tales are actually a lot more interesting than they were when you were a kid, but they will really help you feel inspired. They'll give you a lot of emotional energy. Whether you have belief in religion or not, it's okay. You could just look at the Bible stories just to find a good story, just for entertainment and inspirational purposes. I mean, the stories are meant to inspire, not to be taken seriously word for word. It's fine if they're used for entertainment or for learning lessons of morality, but it definitely is worth the time, no matter what your beliefs are. You can go ahead and do it if you want or whatever, but it definitely worked for me, so whatever you choose anyway. Definitely helped me have a good day, so, well, I really hope that this video really helped make your day a little bit more special. Be sure to subscribe. I'm hoping someday I'll be able to reach 600 subscribers. That would be really awesome. That would be really cool. Okay. See you guys later.